I'm so excited to actually get into this because I don't
know.
actually know your story. Like, I actually don't.
I know. I'm the
Which
same
I
with
find
you.
so funny. Also, before we start, I just want to say everyone's been talking about our first podcast to me, and
I
it's
know.
so funny. Everyone's been saying to me, like, how do you know this girl? Like, what?
I know,
what-
that's so.
And like
so true.
the actual story, like she came with me to a photo shoot,
And it all started there.
we were on the way up, and then it was like, yeah, I want to do a podcast. Oh my god, I also want to do a
Yeah.
podcast.
No, it
Should
was.
we do a podcast?
It was more like, do you know what? Sure, it was like driving, and then it was like, I have something I've really wanted to do for ages.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, same. And I was like, you were like, I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say because I'm the same. And we were just like, podcast.
Yeah. And then it was like, it wasn't even like a, okay, like this is a down
It was
the
just
line.
like, let's
it was
do
like,
it.
right, next week, like what are we calling it? Like, but that's what I love because I feel like you don't get stuff done. You don't get stuff done if you think too much about things.
Yeah, literally.
But what was I gonna say? Right, I want to know basically, like your journey before being in like the industry. Like, what were you doing? Like, what?
I was working at
Were you in
McDonald's.
school? Were you actually? Oh my god! Behind the thing, like
I was
the burgers
working
and all.
in McDonald's, I was in the kitchen and all, and then I was a hostess on the weekends. That sounds like
What's a hostess?
a hostess was like an alibi. So it was like, you know, when people order a bottle of vodka and then you bring it over to them. Like,
no way.
Yeah, but it was just.
Oh my god, I did not know that.
It was something like I was just doing. So I was like, I don't know what to do, and then
yeah,
I was in tech because I actually wanted to do SFX makeup and like
special effects.
makeup and like hair. So I wanted to go on like sets because I grew up around like kind of like a drama background. I was on stage from a very young age, so I wanted to do that, but tied in with makeup. I did makeup since I was 16 years old. I put my business page up at 16, and it's the same business page I have now.
Stop.
Not on Instagram now, but is on Facebook.
Oh my god, do you ever look back?
Yeah, I do.
But it's
so cute.
You put some makeup photos in it?
It's so cute, yeah, but they were awful. It wasn't bad, but it was definitely, do you know when everything was really, really big and like
cut crease?
It was a cut crease and like everything was like kicked on.
Yeah,
and
it
the
was
eyebrow pomade.
Yes. If you didn't have an eyebrow arch, you didn't go get your makeup done.
If you didn't do the ombre, can't speak ombre brow.
Oh, where the brow starts here. Basically, it's all like faded.
It's all faded, and it was
and
a
the
work
concealer.
of art.
Do you know what? Absolutely beautiful. Made you then do lashes? Obviously, you started with other beauty stuff. So you started with makeup.
Mhm.
And then, are you qualified in anything else?
Brows, spray tans. Oh, I out the window. Never even did it. Like I said, I bought the £300 spray tan shit, and I never even used it. But I just, do you know what? I was like planning so many things.
Yeah,
and I just
too many things probably.
I know lashes came into play. Like I just booked a course. It was a Christmas present from my mum and dad. So they were like, if you want to do this course and we'll pay for it. And I was like, yeah, and I will. You know, I didn't save for that course. It was paid for, and I was like, I don't know, we'll see. And it was literally like, I honestly think people were only like starting to teach lashes. Like it wasn't a big thing, but I remember like always message. If I look back on my Facebook Messenger, there always is wee messages like, "Hi, can I dream with you?" or something. So I don't remember, but I must have been like wanting to. But I never got lashes myself. Like I wasn't interested. Like to be honest, but I must have seen it as like money or something. You know, I must have seen it as that because I was very young. I was 17, 18. I think I was only turned 18 if even, and I did a lash course. And yeah, I literally remember going home and being so excited and being like buzzing. And I actually had someone, like my friend at the time, lying down on my bed to do the case studies to get them done. And I was shocking at the start. Like it was so bad, but I wasn't. They looked okay, but they were not isolated. They were stuck to the eyelid. Like everything was so bad, but it was fine. Yeah. Because I was like, oh my god, like lashes for a tenner and lashes for £20, like come to me please. And I had just got my wee beauty cabin, and then that's when it all started. And then basically COVID hit, and then after COVID I worked in a spa, and I just literally worked, and then after COVID I got loads of clientele. And do you know what? It took kind of me being burnt out to realise I'll go self-employed, and then I'm now here.
Thriving as always.
But like it's 6 years next in January since I started. 6 years.
You'll have to do
Yeah,
something.
6
You have to
years.
do something. You have to throw like a wee mini party in here or something.
No, I would love to do that thing where you get the balloon and like the cake,
Yes,
but like
absolutely.
nobody actually knows like how many years because I've done that many things and I've moved and people don't know. Do you
Yeah,
know what
but
I mean?
now that when you can make that statement though.
I know it's mad. 6 years is like more than half a decade, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say how many years? But yeah, that is my story. It's kind of all over the place though, because like it took a while, but I'm here. But yeah, what's yours? Because I actually have no clue about yours, you know.
I'm the same as you. I cannot tell you where this idea of lashes stemmed from. I
know.
didn't get it. I think I got lashes twice, maybe, and even when I got them, like I wasn't like, oh my god, how is she doing it? Like I wasn't intrigued by that sense. I did not care. Like I genuinely did not care. And basically I was saying, this is like so cliche, but I was like always saying I don't have a thing. Like I don't have a thing.
Yeah.
Always felt like that. I like played Gaelic for a while, and then I just like I used to like go up to the pitch, and instead of going into train, just walk past. Like and go on a walk. Like see when I become like disconnected with something, I like will not do it. So that was like my last hobby.
Yeah.
And then when I dropped that, I was like, like I'm just a person.
Like,
I don't have anything. So obviously, I was still in sixth form, and again, had not entered my mind, and I got a job. I was working at a burger van, and I actually loved that job. And I took on like quite a role in that, just being more like helping out with rotas and stuff and things like that. And I really liked. That's when I found out I liked being like bossy.
No, but like, it's like something to control.
Yes, we're actually we're toxic. That's why we're self-employed. We're toxic. But I was like, oh, like I love the rush of like you're working this shift and you're working and I'm gonna do this, and I just loved being the organizer. My life's a mess, but I loved being the organizer and like anything else. So basically, then that closed. And I was like, right, so I'm going to get a job for Lydia and Car. I feel like everyone's worked for healthcare at some stage. Oh, a month in.
I actually never worked in healthcare because hands up to anyone who does.
Hated it.
Couldn't do it.
Hats off. I just remember it was 7 a.m. I was crying, putting a woman's socks on. And then she offered me a tomato. Because she made me cry. And that was it. I was like, no, I actually.
So how long was it?
So about a month in,
I was didn't even sell. You was like, no.
No, I was like, no. It gave me so much anxiety. The job itself. Every time I opened up my road, I cried.
Yeah.
And my boyfriend was like, I don't think you should be crying every time you see your own shift.
Some people love it though.
Oh my god, thrive off it and fair play.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, right. So I remember I was like, me and my sister were talking, and one of us out of thin air said something about a lash course. So I worked in New Look at the time as well. So I was standing in New Look upstairs, and I just texted this girl like, and I was like, do you know lash course? She was like, yeah, it's this much. I was like, how much? What the? But anyway, I was like, right, I'm gonna book it. I'm just gonna book it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I was hemming in hand because my two main fears were A, that's a lot of money to pay for a course, and B, I was like, I'm embarrassed.
Why?
What if no one comes? Like that's so embarrassing because you've put yourself out there, you've made a business name, you've showed people you're trying to do something, and then if it just fades away because no one booked.
I know.
That was like if no one comes to me, I am going to be mortified. But I sent out a deposit, so I had to do it. I was like, oh, well, I'm £100 gone. I may as well go do the course. So went on the course. Funny enough, was supposed to go in November. Got really sick, and I never get sick. Text her at 6 a.m. cancelling, and the same time I text her, she texts me cancelling. The exact second, and my paragraph went to her. Weird. Her paragraph went to me at 6 a.m. in the morning, and I was like, you could not write this, but thank God she cancelled too. Back in December, done the course. Again, I didn't walk out of my course being like, I found it. I found my thing.
Really?
I walked out being like, I love that. Yeah. Like, I really enjoyed it, but I wasn't.
A lot.
Yes, it was a lot. I had to digest it. But I mean, the day I went home from my course, I made my account. I put up my profile things, not mortified, put the post up, locked my phone, put it away, couldn't look.
I wasn't like that, to be fair, but I actually was, this is so bad, I'm going to say it, I was like too confident.
Were you like, I'm class? Like I am.
I think that's why I like took me I don't know how many years, and then I humbled myself, and then I ghosted like everything, and like people were like,
Yes.
do you still do lashes? I'm like, yeah, I'm like awesome.
Yeah, off grid. I'm off grid, girls.
Yeah.
I remember saying to myself, if I hate it, I will take enough clients to make back the £650, I think it was.
Yeah, go through that after being too
Mhm.
confident, and then I did wise off, but it was just whenever you're knocked down, when something goes wrong, it does take you so long to come back from, and then you think that everyone's going to have this problem with you, or you think everyone's going to cancel, or like, I don't know, you get it in your head.
I get that, and I think as well, like, my anxiety recently probably hasn't been great because I definitely have started posting more and putting myself out there. But I think when people see you do that, like you probably done at the start, when people see you do that, they think you're this confident, like, and it's more of it, instead of it's a look at her go, it's like, who does she think she is? It very quickly, it's small, it's so small minded, like, it's like, oh, they want you to do so well until you start doing slightly better than them, and it just gets flipped. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
who does she think she is?
Yeah.
And like, I think people genuinely think I like walk around like thinking I'm the shit, and it is the opposite. Like every time I post, I'm like, you know, but I just force myself to do it because I love my job and I want this to go far, and I will force myself to do whatever it takes, whether I'm comfortable with it or not, because I don't want this to be something that just slips away like I was always afraid of.
Okay, I had to be honest with you, I still have that mindset. Do you know that I used to, right, so this is one thing, whenever COVID happened, this is how I built, I feel like anyone who's listened to this, who's followed me on my own personal Instagram will have probably seen this and probably laughed, and that's fine. Like, I actually look back and I'm like, oh, bless me, but basically, whenever I was just trained in lashes over COVID, whenever you're obviously not allowed to do lashes or do beauty, I had my beauty cabinet set up, and I thought, let's start making videos of me doing my makeup. And I actually gained followers. I had collabs.
Yeah.
And that's why I think I have a lot more followers on my personal Instagram. People were like, why is there so many followers? It's literally because of people follow me from that. And then I never made a beauty account until I moved into here.
That's so crazy. You never made an actual.
I used to have it all in one. Why? Because then I didn't have any likes. Do you know what I mean? But it was more like when I posted those videos, people used to talk about me, and I remember somebody saying to me, "Are you not embarrassed?" And I was like, "No." But then it really took me, and then that's why my confidence actually didn't come back until, honestly, I would probably say like the end of last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I honestly felt like everybody was just in my way to try to take me down. But that was definitely in my head, and people probably are like, "Oh, I remember when you posted that. That was so cute." And I'm like, "No, I deleted them all because I'm standard."
Because but 10 people can turn around and tell you how amazing you're doing. One person will say one bad thing, and that's it. Confidence is shattered. Like, absolutely shattered.
I wanted to make this episode kind of more like our own journeys, to kind of not like inspire others, but kind of just like show you that literally, like,
to inspire others.
Yes, but I don't want to say, and we're going to inspire everyone. But
yes, we are going to inspire.
But at the same time, I just think that
everyone's like, fuck off.
Our lash journeys began so randomly. Well, like, actually, other people who train with us are like, I've been thinking about this for ages. And I'm like, well, God, I literally texted them on Facebook on a Saturday night. Was like,
yeah, like my ADHD stuff was like in New Look, like.
Yeah, it's like probably booked another course.
Yeah, and then I walked home to my sister, or I didn't walk home, just marathon, just backpack on and headed out. So I just drove home, and then I was talking to my sister, and I was like, I booked the lash course, and she was like, I'm gonna be minted. I'm gonna be like, line up. Like, I am going, if this works out, I'm gonna be rich. I am not rich.
Yeah, I know. I'm the exact same. You know, think it'd be great to just get paid and have that money for us, instead of like, why do I spend hundreds a week on products? And I take so many things out of my own freaking account.
I barely pay myself sometimes.
I know.
I actually forget to pay myself. Like, and then my business money, I'm like, I can't touch that. It's not mine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, that actually is mine.
I went self-employed in 2020. 2022. So I had 2022, and then obviously set up everything, HMRC, all that sort of stuff. I think that's something that you teach that really well in your courses. You show that all. That's something really, it's really, really good. It's not included in a lot of courses.
Only in the 3-day course.
The 3-day courses.
No one be booking a single gun.
Not one day.
If you're self-employed, you need to learn money management. You just do.
Yeah.
Or you'll be skint.
And if it's something that, if you're watching this and you're thinking, I've been wanting to become self-employed, you're sick of working 2 or 3 jobs and stuff, my advice is just to do it. If I were you, I would just keep working and working and working every single hour of the day until you get that clientele, and just keep doing it. And you will get to the point where like everyone's like, who does your nails? Who does your
word of mouth? Underappreciated.
Literally,
word of mouth is the best. Obviously, you need to get people in the door, but good service. But also, like, don't put pressure on yourselves. Like, I took my last course. I was also in university, which I'm still somehow in. And I had 2 other jobs. So I had 3 jobs and university. And then I was like, ooh, okay, I'm getting pretty booked up here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to leave one job.
When did you leave, like, the full jobs altogether?
Nearly a year in.
So
maybe a year in. But I left one job. I was like, I'm going to, see. And then I left it and I was doing lashes in the other job in uni. And I was like, okay. Still good. Okay, I still have people booking. Give it another month, and then I left the other job.
Nails are such a big thing. Nails are such a big thing.
Or even like a coffee cart. Like, I see when people tell me like they have a business. I'm like, go do it.
I could see you like owning a coffee cart as well.
Don't. I don't have time. I would low key love to do that. Like, I would love. But like also like
I'd be so stressed. Like if you had a crap day and you have to serve coffee and be like,
oh my god,
and you have to write all the nice things.
I know.
I also kind of wanted to dive in more about, because it was more, someone last week had said to me about it's struggling to get clients.
Yeah.
Which is so hard for it's so hard for me to answer because I did it the wrong way and I just worked every single day I could to get anyone in. But
is that the wrong way though?
But it's the wrong way whenever you're getting, like, I got the wrong clients. Not like wrong clients, like I love all my clients, but what I mean, like years and years ago, I was like, yes, I'll do whatever time at 10 p.m. Like, what? Do you know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, I think it's better to gain clientele now than it used to be for like years and years ago when I started, because I was more just word of mouth, but I think it's really content now. It's really posting.
Yeah, it is, and they work like hand in hand, I think. But people who like say now about like not getting clients, and this is like quite literally like I love, because it could be a lash artist, you could be whatever, you could be a hairdresser. It all kind of applies. Like I could go and speak to a hairdresser about how they gain clients, and I could apply that to my business.
Yeah.
And gain clients. Do you know what I mean? It's not just a specific industry. So like you can take knowledge from everywhere, but I was the same as you. I did take people whenever, but I get that side to it. But then on the flip side, people are through the door and you're getting experience. Do you know? But then I understand it's then hard. It's almost like you let them do whatever, and then when you turn and say no, I don't, they're like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Why is she giving me a time? Do you know? And I actually remember that transition of like becoming strict, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like just. It was more like, instead of being like, yeah, I was just more like, these are my policies. This is when I'm going to work. No, I can't take you 40 minutes late. And I think people were slightly like,
oh my goodness. Years ago with somebody who used to come to me, and I kind of just worked and always got her in. And then one day I says, I'm so sorry. I'm going to have, this was months before the actual appointment.
Right.
So months before, like, you've got a good bit ahead, and I was like, I'm so sorry, something came up that day, can I reschedule to the next day or the day before or whatever day you want?
Yes, I'm like that.
And she sent me a big paragraph and says, no, sorry, I won't be coming back to you as you haven't, like, what was the word? You haven't whatever. You haven't like worked
accommodated
me.
Facilitated.
What?
Anyway.
But it was like, you haven't worked around me and my needs, and unfortunately this is not going to work for me.
How dare you, Sarah?
And I was like, but like, so you want me to cancel all your appointments after that? She's like,
Yeah.
Do you know what's something I've literally just remembered though, whenever I'm talking about gaining clientele, and it's making me laugh because it was actually so cute. I don't know if you did it, but like, as in, I just remember, this is so silly, but I remember like years and years ago, I must have been a child, my dad did it. And I remember handing out leaflets in all the villages for his business. But like it was, I don't even know if he had like moved down here, if he was still at my granny's house. But I was like, I'm gonna do that.
That's coming back in.
I was like, I'm gonna do that. So I printed out all these wee leaflets. No, they actually it sounds like a piece of paper.
She just wrote, "Hi, my name's Sarah."
Come to me. Yeah. It was like a business card. Like it was cute, and I put it through all the houses in Canallan, and then I asked my friend, could she come with me and post them through all the places near me and all the surrounding villages, and I did it. And I actually think I got clientele.
You would. You absolutely would.
It was more like, I think people started to like look me up and follow me.
Yes.
And like that is actually a really good one. Like I know that sounds silly, and you might feel like, oh my god, why are you doing this? But it's
the thing
actually
now,
do that. Like actually do go round.
And then record yourself doing it, and there's content video.
Yeah, like.
People put them on correspondence and all now. It's honestly
or
so
even
fun.
Your local like cafe that you go to, your gym you go to. I don't even know, like your parents' works.
Overlooked things. Like people be like, "Oh, you wouldn't do that now." No, trust me.
You actually would.
I remember like I remember pretending I was like booked out. Like
that is the thing. Like, I was told, pretend you're busy even when you're not.
I did.
But then people are like, so you're not busy? And I'm like, no, I am busy now, but I definitely.
I was like, fully booked, and someone texted me, I'm like, I'll squeeze you in.
But I honestly, like, you're sweeping and like ridiculous.
I'll squeeze you in at 9 p.m. Sure, come on, because I'm working from 8 to 8. So.
Yeah, but as in, that is actually, I know what you mean. It's something like
fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. That is so true. And do you know what though? I think that I see people who are new into the industry make beauty accounts now, brows, nails, lashes, makeup, everything. Their content is amazing from the start. And I'm like, I'm sorry, can you just take over my Instagram?
Yeah.
Like everything they're posting, the angles, they have everything right.
Because they're coming in right now when that's prime
so
trending. Whereas like with us it was like, oh no, we have to learn
like
to do this. I know if I didn't do my sets right, so like say I tried to do a Russian set and it just flopped, I would have called it a light volume. So like so that's how I get out of it. Like, oh, there's so many of my captions, it's like light volumes with like a kissy emoji, and like they literally were like, can I have Russian lashes? And I was like, yeah. And then I like couldn't do Russian, so then I was like, right, I'm not gonna put up and be like Russians because I want people to look at it and be like, that's not Russian. It's like light volume.
Oh
yeah. You posted a photo of brows today, and I was zooming in and all, like I could not cope with how unreal they were.
I've definitely like. So that's one thing that like I think in general it's like hit me this year, and it was like in my wee goals list. I make a wee goals list it's in like a random journal in my room somewhere. But it's like goals of like this year, but not even goals. It's just like things I want to improve on, and it's like it was definitely the goals were get more into the things that I'm doing instead of learning outside of the box, like making it harder for myself. And I was like, right, brows, I want to really
start to specialize in what you're trained in.
Yeah.
In regards to like actually gaining clientele, then like any tip that I could give is, of course, post as much as you can. Secondly, for me, what really helped me was being personal on my page.
Yeah, making everything about like your brand.
They knew it wasn't like a robot, they knew it was a person, and like that's like, and then I started to get more confident with posting on my page. Like,
maybe give out your business cards to local businesses or put them through those doors. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Post. There's no need to even say that, to be honest.
I wonder where I would be if I didn't do the course.
I know, I think that all the time. I honestly think I would have definitely went to like uni abroad. Like I was going to speak abroad. I would have went over the water to uni to do something, and I would have definitely dropped out. But like
I would have done something, and I would have dropped out
because I knew from a young age I wanted to do this. I wanted to have my own business.
Do you know what I thought I was going to be?
What?
A geologist.
I thought you were going to say air hostess, and I was going to say same.
No.
Well, I wanted to be an air hostess.
I could see you as an air hostess.
Really?
Not for Ryanair though, for like Emirates.
Yes. That's what I wanted to be.
I wanted to be a geologist.
Not for Ryanair.
No.
You're dead. You're like, what? No, literally.
Yeah. Do you know what I was very close
What?
right before I took my lash course. Very close.
A
we were
dog groomer?
Yeah.
My friend's a dog groomer, yeah.
dog grooming course, and I had it all.
Oh, did you?
I hadn't even took the course, and I was like, right. So when every dog leaves, they're getting a bit down it with a wee dog treat. I'm gonna have a receptionist. Don't know where I was getting the money to pay for this receptionist, but she was gonna be standing there too. She's gonna have a massive photo wall out the back, and like, and then I just took a lash. Like, this is what I mean when I tell you lashes were not in my mind.
But then I suppose like you're meant to be where you're at. Do you know what I mean? So that's not even saying, but you know what I mean.
Meant to be where you're at, like.
It's really sucky. But you're like everything's meant to be
Everything happens
the way it is, or.
Oh my God. You are meant for life and live and love and just
live, love. That's literally what I'm thinking right now.
Because you're here.
I need to go home and starve. It literally is.
So like down the line, like where do you see yourself like down the line? Like to wrap this all up, like give me a goal.
You literally remember I was doing your lashes and you were like, I was like, make a stupid competition. It goes, Bethany, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where are you gonna go? And you were like, what? I don't really know because I've been in my place that I do like lashes, brows, everything for about 4 years next year, so over 3 years now. I was in my cabin before, and I'm gonna be truthful, and I would say I'd be lying if like I said I don't miss my cabin. It's there, the house, like, but I think like a bigger cabin I would love, like a big sliding door job. But then there's part of me that I want to prove it to myself, my younger self, that I'm gonna get that salon someday. Yeah. I do think in 5 years' time I could see myself specialising in something, and I don't know what it'll be. I might have done a new treatment, but I don't think I will do the whole lashes and brows and things again. I think I'll be either at like one thing, and like I want to teach more. I want to teach at least 2 days a week or something. I dream big.
I think long term for me, I just want a lovely area, and I want whether I decide to rent a place for a while, because I'm then thinking my first home is probably not my forever home, so I don't want to do a massive setup there. You know, it's this like, do I rent for a while? Then when the forever home, I invest in like literal extension to the point where
that's like, what my plan would be, because that's like more than like, did you say 5 years down the line, or I feel like for me that's exactly that's lifetime. No, I definitely agree with you, because I'm like, I don't think for my first home I want something there. I just kind of want it to be separate. And then if you were to have something out, and like I feel like me and you both have the mindset, we probably have out in the country, like long term, whenever obviously we'll probably down the line have kids maybe or whatever, like a cabin, but something lovely, extension, a wee building would be lovely. But
just a double garage, like, you know.
But I just feel like at the same time, like I would love to have a salon one day.
And I want to be holding training. I want to be holding master classes for other artists. I want to be holding content classes. I want to mentor people for like programs and help with their social media. Like,
yeah,
they don't have to be lash artists.
Like all those wee picky things you can hold for things. Yeah, there you go. Dream big. You never know what you'll get. You're kind of in industry right now and you're starting off. Advice for you, and this sounds silly, and this whenever I started was like I used to write down little goals, like I still do now, but I used to write like big goals and stuff, and like honestly a lot of them have came true.
Yeah,
and it's really cute, and that's why whenever I look back on things and like I make me reels, not like ball my eyes out. Yes, we always be like, yeah, work and work, but like it's because obviously when you're self-employed or when you're trying to build something, you're literally like setting goals, so it's never ending. But it's the same with every journey.
It's the weirdest thing ever. Like, if it was any other job, you just wouldn't. But you care so much about this, you just want to do it. Like, anyone who's watching this who owns a business, no matter the business, you'll understand. You work a lot, but you want to do it.
What'll make clients come back is actually not just your setup, but it's actually you.
That's really all I have to say, to be honest. I feel like I'm done. I've got to go get my Sunday dinner.
I'm jealous. I'm eating chicken and rice. But yeah, what do you call it? That's really it for episode 2. To be honest, we want to know your thoughts. This episode is kind of a wee bit more just about us and our journeys, and maybe that bit might be boring for some people, but to be honest, I think it's kind of like good to know as from people from Bethany's life, clients, friends, they don't know me, and then the same with my clients, friends, they all don't know her. People, we're just doing this to be
just two girls who want to
delusional.
have a bit of fun. We're just actually living out our inner childhood YouTube moments.
Yeah, we are. Let us know what you want us to
Chat about.
Right.
So that is us all wrapping up episode 2. I'm going to go get my dinner. Bye.